Stay tuned now for the Burl Ives program, produced and transcribed in Hollywood for your listening pleasure.
Jimmy cracked corn and I don't care. Jimmy cracked corn and I don't care. Jimmy cracked corn and I don't care. My master's gone away.
Coming up the road again, your wayfaring stranger, Philco's friendly troubadour, Burl Ives.
Tam Pierce, lend me your gray mare. All along down, along out, along Lee. Us wants to go to Widecombe Fair. Bill Brewer, Jan Stewart, Peter Gantry, Peter Gurney, Daniel Whitten, Harry Hawk, old Uncle Tom Cobley and all. Old Uncle Tom Cobley and all. When shall I see again my gray mare? All along down, along out, along Lee. By Friday noon or Saturday soon. With Bill Brewer, Jan Stewart, Peter Gantry, Peter Gurney, Daniel Whitten, Harry Hawk, old Uncle Tom Cobley and all. Old Uncle Tom Cobley and all. So Friday came and Saturday soon. All along down, along out, along Lee. And Tam's old mare, she ne'er did come home. With Bill Brewer, Jan Stewart, Peter Gantry, Peter Gurney, Daniel Whitten, Harry Hawk, old Uncle Tom Cobley and all. Old Uncle Tom Cobley and all. So Tam may wait pin top of the hill. All along down, along out, along Lee. And see these old mare making her will. With Bill Brewer, Jan Stewart, Peter Gantry, Peter Gurney, Daniel Whitten, Harry Hawk, old Uncle Tom Cobley and all. Old Uncle Tom Cobley and all. When the wind blows cold on the moor at night, all along down, along out, along Lee, Tam Pierce's old mare does appear ghastly white. With Bill Brewer, Jan Stewart, Peter Gantry, Peter Gurney, Daniel Whitten, Harry Hawk, old Uncle Tom Cobley and all. Old Uncle Tom Cobley and all. Hi there, that was a song called Widecombe Fair. And speaking of fairs, reminds me that March the 21st is the first day of spring. It's official, and you can quote me. Yes, sir, today the axis of old Mother Earth is at right angles to the direction of the sun. And that's why this month, all over the world, there will be days and nights that are equal. And that's okay with me, because there isn't anything sweeter than a spring day or a spring night. And how are you going to choose between them? I don't know. Now, how all of that's going to get me into singing Old Smoky, I don't know either. But that's what I'm going to get myself into singing right now. On top of Old Smoky, all covered with snow, I lost my true lover from a courting too slow. On top of Old Smoky, I went there to weep. A false-hearted lover is worse than a thief. For a thief he will rob you and take what you hate. But a false-hearted lover will send you to your grave. She'll hug you and kiss you and tell you more lies than the cross ties on the railroad or the stars in the sky. On top of Old Smoky, all covered with snow, I lost my true lover from a courting too slow. You know, I was speaking a while ago of spring, and it kind of put me in the mood to get outside and surround myself with Mother Nature. I want to get out there and listen to the birds and my little Philco portable just singing away to other birds and other Philco portables. Spring's that way, you know, like calls to like. Now, down at our store, there are lots of little Philco portables that are just dying to get out in the spring air and call to their mates. You're not going to leave them down there pining away under those electric lights, are you? Oh, say, while you're in the store, why, take a look at one of those big, beautiful Philco 1213s, and you'll see what happens when a couple of those little Philcos unite in connubial bliss. You're not going to stand in the way of a thing like that now, are you? Reminds me of the story about a fellow who had a smart dog. He wanted to show him off in front of his friends, so he said, "Look, I'm going to tie 2 bits in a little pouch around my dog's neck, and he'll run out and buy me a couple of cigars." And the friend said, "I don't believe it. No dog's that smart." "No?" Well, he said, "Just wait and see." So he sent the dog off, and they waited and waited, and the dog never showed up. Finally, night was beginning to fall, so they went out to look for the dog. Well, they found him at a soda fountain buying a little girl dog an iced cream soda. And the friend said, "Well, I'll be darned. Does he always do things like that?" And the fellow said, "No, said this is the first time that they've had the flavor that he likes." Friends, I want to sing you a Tennessee version of an old Scottish ballad, the Ballad of Edward, and I think it's one of the finest. What makes that blood on the point of your knife, my son, now tell to me? It is the blood of my old gray mare, who plowed the fields for me, who plowed the fields for me. It is too red for your old gray mare, my son, now tell to me. It is the blood of my old coon dog, who chased the fox for me, who chased the fox for me. It is too red for your old coon dog, my son, now tell to me. It is the blood of my brother John, who hoed the corn for me, who hoed the corn for me. What did you fall out about, my own dear son? My son, now tell to me. Because he cut yon holly bush, which might have been a tree, which might have been a tree. What will you say when your father comes home, when he comes home from town? I'll set my foot in yonder boat, and I'll sail the ocean round, round, round. I'll sail the ocean round. When will you come back, my own dear son? My son, now tell to me. When the sun, it sets in yonder sycamore tree, and that will never be, and that will never be. You know how important the light can be to a man in the dark? I'd like to sing to you an old favorite song about a man who waited for the light of the midnight special. Let the midnight special shine its light on me. Let the midnight special shine its ever-loving light on me. Yonder comes Miss Rosie. How in the world do you know? I can tell her by her apron and the dress she wore. Umbrella on her shoulder, piece of paper in her hand. She's going to the governor to turn loose her man. Let the midnight midnight special shine its light on me. Let the midnight special shine its ever-loving light on me. When you wake up in the morning, boy, you hear the ding-dong ring. While you go to the table, find the same darn thing. Knife and fork on the table, nothing in your pan. If you say anything about it, you'll have trouble with that man. Let the midnight special shine its light on me. Let the midnight special shine its ever-loving light on me. If you ever go to Houston, boys, hey, you better act right. Oh, you better not gamble, and you better not fight, for the sheriff will arrest you, and the boys will take you down. And the next thing you know then, you're prison bound. Let the midnight special shine its light on me. Let the midnight special shine its ever-loving light on me. Let the midnight special shine its light on me. Let the midnight special shine its ever-loving light on me. I'll be back in a minute, friends. Meanwhile, listen to the man while he talks to you about Philcos that are as new as the spring of '47. Now, before saying good night, I'd like to be serious for just a minute and remind you to buy Easter seals. They mean new life and hope for crippled children. Well, so long, I'll be seeing you. I'm just a wayfaring stranger, ever traveling to and fro. And there's no toil, no storm, no danger in that fair home to which I go.
So long, Burl. And friends, listen next week at this time for Burl Ives, Philco's friendly troubadour, whose weekly visit is produced and transcribed in Hollywood for your listening pleasure. And come into our store and let us demonstrate the new Philco radios and radio phonographs.
I'm just a going ever onward. I'm just a going